Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Valaverse Action Force unboxing, and today we got a little deluxe edition with the Swarm Tracer.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Action Force unboxing and review. And today we back at the Swarm with the Swarm Tracer. But for all your Swarm Tracer needs, all your Valaverse needs, and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description down below. And of course, when you do that, you do help and support this very YouTube channel. So shout out to Big Bad Toy Store. Shout out to you. There you go. But today we're back at it with another Swarm member. We got the Swarm Tracer here. What's old is new again, getting the most out of your molds, and we'll do some Swarm comparisons later on in this video. And this is very reminiscent of one of the last ones we unboxed on the channel was the Swarm PowerCon exclusive. I got that in person at PowerCon last year. Really enjoyed that one. The Horde is which one that was, to tie into the He-Man theme. Love the idea of these here, and I love translucent plastic. I love glow-in-the-dark as well, but translucent glow-in-the-dark, two of my favorite things in action figures. Working on that special room, hopefully one day. But hopefully one day, and that day is now, is how we're going to do this review. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there, and we're back at it with the old Action Force. Big deluxe box-style packaging on this one here. Love the translucent kind of greenish color throughout on this one. Looking very, very cool. Got the Action Force logo down there. It's all about branding at the end of the day. Swarm Tracer down there. At first I thought it said Tracker, Swarm Tracer. But looking good. All kinds of weapons, all kinds of different heads on this one. So it's all about building that army out. You can mix and match, make them feel different if you want to. Of course, you got the glamour shot on the side here a little bit. There's a Swarm logo down below. Looking good. And we'll bring out some of his Swarm brethren later on in this video. More glamour shots on the back. Of course, got to keep those Action Force points. They're actually valuable, where some other lines are just kind of there for show. You can actually get something out of there, so make sure you're plugging away on those. Same thing with the file card. Cut those bad boys out. Got to have that file card. File name unknown. Of course, it is a army builder here. Primary, Special Forces, Secondary Skills, Covert Ops, Intelligence, Birthplace, Various. Beautiful this time of year. I don't know if you've ever been to Various. It's a beautiful time. I do got a picture of the file card. We'll put it up. You can pause the video, check that out. But you do get 5 action points with this one. That's a good deal. 5 action points. We'll take all the action points we can get. We know how that goes. But a very bee-like background here. Maybe even a wasp. I just knocked down 2 wasp nests the other day when I was mowing the yard. It was an adventure in itself. It was a good time, let me tell you. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, we do got twist ties in here. Todd in front from the couch. Todd loves the twist ties, we do know, but there he is, the old plastic prison. Let me get the old scissors out. Let me take care of these twist ties right now. Get those out of the way. But we got a lot of accessories of this one. We get extra heads, extra weapons, hands, stands, riot shields. You name it, it's all going down with this old Swarm Tracer here. And like I said, I think we had one very similar with the Horde Tracer, the Horde Trooper, whatever it was called, out of PowerCon. I bought that one there. They had a nice setup the Valaverse team did. See you later at old PowerCon last year. Hopefully they'll be back next year at PowerCon. Hopefully PowerCon will be back for sure next year. I guess we'll wait and see what happens with all that. But let's get down to these extra hands. We do get the cupping hands. Once again, black gloves on this one, so you get the cupping hands. You do get 2 fists of Swarm Fury. You don't want those Swarm punches coming at you. But you do get 2 fists of fury there, and 2 traditional gripping hands. So you really choose your own adventure. You got the trigger hands over here. You got pretty much every hand you could possibly want with these figures, which is always really nice, if you ask me. Nice green translucent Action Force stand on brand with this guy, with the color scheme, of course. Get a nice riot shield, always about that. You get the Swarm logo in the front, handle in the back. Feels very Aquaman-like. That's what I always say on the channel. This feels like Aquaman is what it feels like to me. But it always feels really nice, looks good. It's like a honeycomb or something. Who knows? Bees, it's wasps, you name it. It's all got in there in that riot shield. Then we do get a little blaster weapon, very futuristic. We've seen this with the Swarm before, but we get a little translucent plastic against the black on this one for an extra special look to this here. So we do get that blaster. And And we do got another one we'll get into here in a second. And then you do get the little backpack of wings. Very cool. I believe these do move. Yes, they do. Up and down. You got the hinge on them so you can display them in different looks. But it's nice to have the wings on here. And then you got kind of the back of a bee, a wasp, whatever. And you got the stingers back here. So very on brand for what it does. And it's very cool to have a jetpack flying through the air. Very, very cool. Very awesome on this. Translucent plastic once again. And then you got traditional plastic in the black and gray up here in the mechanical part. So very nice as far as things do go. And that plugs in the backpack, very traditional style. Now we're diving over to the figure here, and I guess we'll run through. We do got that side piece right here we usually see with a lot of the Valaverse stuff. Once again, you got the translucent there, and we should have a knife on the back. Yes, we do. Will it be translucent? Oh, a translucent knife. I'm here for that. I'd like to be able to see through that knife. Looking very good. You even got a translucent holster on him there. But now we dive into the head sculpt here. You got a translucent visor. I thought for a second the visor is removable. It is not. But looking good in the green color. The green and black attack, like a young Overkill out of New Jersey. Shout out to Thrash Metal Legends. Overkill. Good to see DD back on base. Got his shoulder surgery done. Shout out to the boys in Overkill. But we do get some extra heads here. I like this head a whole lot. It's all straight up kind of that feel of that kind of bee wasp-like look there. The translucent greenish yellow color. Looking very, very nice. That's an extra head. And then you got one, once again, looking like kind of a wasp-like helmet there with the eyes. Almost something out of Ant-Man and Wasp from Marvel, of course, as well. But you do get 3 heads here. Once again, this is an army builder. You can mix and match and move some stuff. You buy 3 of them. You can make all 3 of them with different hands, different heads. You can really choose your own adventure, which is always getting a little pricey when you do that. We do know. But we're going to dive into the figure right here, and I guess we'll walk through the articulation first. You get the butterfly shoulders, arms all the way around for us, bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows, very tight in the elbow department, hands back and forth side to side, hula hoop at the top, traditional waist as well, head removable back and forth side to side. You do get the legs that go up, bend at the knee, of course, double jointed knee, very smooth knees on this one, wow. You do get a thigh cut as well, ankles back and forth, up and down, but man, this is like smooth as butter. This is probably the smoothest articulation I've ever had on one of these Valaverse one. I think it's the translucent plastic, a little easier to move around. Sometimes they're pretty tight. It doesn't hurt to heat these up with a air dryer. Air dryer? Yeah, throw it in your air dryer, or a hair dryer, more like it. Or get a lighter and just do that. I wouldn't do that, but I get a hair dryer or hot water, and you need to do that to get the hands off there as well, as we do know. But man, a nice looking figure. You got the belt around the side there. You got the knife stuck into that belt. You got translucent elements on the belt as well. The translucent shin guards down here. Terry Steinbach used to wear these back in the 1987 minor league season. He was wearing those in the minors before he got called up, as we all know. Feel free to fact check that if you want. I wouldn't, but you can if you want to. Translucent vest over the top. You got the Swarm logo right there in the middle. And then you got black suit and gray underneath all that, really giving it a little point of differentiation from the translucent color, which I think you do need. If it's all translucent, it's almost too much. But when you mix in regular plastic with it, it makes it stand out even more. Just an all-around really good-looking figure as far as I'm concerned. But I'm a sucker for the Valaverse. I'm a sucker for my Joes. I'm a sucker for translucent plastics. So this is playing a lot of hits, as you can imagine, for me. Plug that backpack in there, and he's ready to fly. He's going to fly now like a young Rocky. Maybe if I can line it up. That's the hard part, too. You got to get that vest lined right up. There we go. All lined up and ready to go, ready to fly away and know where to go to. That's what he's got here. But the Swarm Tracer looking pretty good. But I did mention his brother here from PowerCon looking really nice in the red and black attack. 2 different ones here, of course. Very much like the Steel Brigade from the Valaverse side of things. Of course, the good guys got their army builders. We got the Swarm army builders on this side, but we got a lot more Swarm members here. There's that head sculpt, a little different, that we got with this pack right here. Got the gold one from back in the day, and then I got another one. I think I'm still missing 1 or 2 of them, and you got to play that long game. There's like a zombie one or something. It was a really rare exclusive that I missed out on. One of these days I'll pick that up, I'm sure. But looking good, all things considered. I really do enjoy this one. I like the one from PowerCon, so I knew I'd like this one. This one I like a little bit better because, once again, sucker for translucent plastics. You know me. So a fun one right here that I picked up, of course, at Big Bad Toy Store. So there it is, the old Swarm Tracer. What are your guys' thoughts? Is this a pickup, a pass, a long game, a no game? Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments down below. You building out your Valaverse squad? Let me know your thoughts right there. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel. You get early access to all the videos. You get all the glamour shots. You get all the pizza reviews, dog stuff. You get all kinds of Q&As, giveaways, you name it. It's all going down on the Patreon every single day, so check that out. And, of course, you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Pick up my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars Series, just shy of 700 pages on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. And don't forget to hit me up on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for a little Swarm, a little Valaverse, a little Action Force, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.